Have you ever wanted to grow actual gold in your own garden? Well, you're in the right place. In this explainer, we're going to dive deep into how to plant, grow, and harvest turmeric, that incredible, vibrant spice that's just as beautiful growing in a pot as it is on your plate. And you know what? It's so true. There's really nothing like digging into the soil and pulling out these bright, almost glowing orange rhizomes. It honestly feels like you've just discovered a little pocket of pure sunshine. We're going to walk you through the whole journey from start to finish. So by the end of this, you'll be totally ready to get your hands dirty and start your own little turmeric patch. Okay, so before we even think about touching the soil, there are a few key things you need to know about turmeric. Getting these basics down is absolutely the first step to a really successful harvest. So, what are we growing exactly? Well, turmeric, or curcuma longa if you want to get scientific, is a tropical plant. It's actually a super close relative of ginger. And the part we use isn't a root, it's called a rhizome, which is basically an underground stem. Now, the most important thing to remember here is patience. This plant needs a long, warm season. We're talking 8 to 10 months to fully mature. Now, where should you plant it? You've got two fantastic options. Planting right in the ground is perfect if you live somewhere warm, like USDA Zone 8 or higher. But for pretty much everyone else in cooler climates, containers are the way to go. A pot that's at least 12 inches wide and deep is perfect. It gives you the power to bring the plant inside when it gets cold, and honestly, it makes harvesting way, way easier. All right, we've got the basics down. Now for the really fun part. The actual planting. This is where your journey to that golden harvest truly kicks off. Your success really begins with choosing the right rhizomes. You're looking for pieces that feel firm and plump, with no mold or weird soft spots. You can find them at garden centers, or you can even buy organic ones from the grocery store. Just make sure they haven't been sprayed with a growth inhibitor, because that'll stop them from sprouting. The planting itself is super simple when you break it down. First step. Cut your rhizomes into small pieces, about 1 to 1.5 inches long, and make sure each piece has a few little buds or eyes on it. Then just let them sit out for a day or two so the cuts can dry out and form a callus. This prevents rot. Step 2, get some good, well-draining soil ready. Maybe mix in some compost. 3, plant those pieces about 2 to 4 inches deep with the little buds facing up. And finally, step 4, and this is so important, water it lightly. If you overwater right at the beginning, the rhizomes can rot before they even get a chance to grow. Okay, so once your rhizome sprouts, the game changes a little bit. Now it's all about creating the perfect environment for those big, beautiful leaves, and of course, for those golden rhizomes that are developing underground. Turmeric basically loves a specific diet of sun, water, and heat. For light, it wants full sun to partial shade. If you're in a really hot climate, giving it some shade in the afternoon is a great idea to keep its leaves from getting scorched. Once it starts growing, it gets thirsty, so you'll want to keep the soil consistently moist, but never ever soggy. For food, a little bit of compost or a diluted liquid fertilizer once a month is perfect. And just remember, it's a tropical plant at heart, so it loves heat and humidity. It's happiest in temperatures between 68 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And hey, here's a little surprise bonus for you. Turmeric isn't just for eating, it's also a gorgeous ornamental plant. A really happy, healthy plant might just reward you with these incredible cone-shaped flowers. They're stunning, a really amazing sight in the garden. So after months and months of caring for your plant, the excitement starts to build. But how do you know when it's finally time to dig up your treasure? Let's talk about the signs that your turmeric is ready to be harvested. So here's a look at the plant's whole journey. You're going to plant in the spring, right as the soil starts to warm up. All summer long, you'll see this lush, tropical-looking plant grow, sometimes up to 3 feet tall. And then, after that long 8 to 10-month wait, your harvest window opens up, usually in the late fall or early winter. Okay, so here's your harvest checklist. The biggest clue, the number one sign, is when the leaves start to turn yellow and die back. Now, don't panic. That's exactly what you want to see. It means the plant is going dormant, and it's sending all of its final energy down into the rhizomes. And this will happen right around that 8 to 10-month mark. Just make sure you get them out of the ground before the first hard frost hits. The moment has arrived. To harvest, just gently loosen the soil all around the base of the plants. You can use a garden fork or even just your hands. Then, carefully lift the entire clump of rhizomes right out of the soil. It is such a satisfying feeling to finally see all that vibrant color you've been growing underground. You did it. You have a beautiful pile of fresh, homegrown turmeric. So, now what?
Well, the final step is storing your harvest properly so you can enjoy that sunshine for months and months to come.
You've got a few awesome storage options. For short-term use, you can just pop the fresh rhizomes in a breathable bag in the fridge, and they'll last from 2 to 3 weeks. For long-term storage, freezing is amazing. You can freeze them whole and just grate what you need right from the freezer. Or, if you want that classic spice, you can dehydrate thin slices and grind them into your own super potent turmeric powder. And here is a very, very important pro tip. That gorgeous golden color that was used as a dye for centuries, yeah, it will do the exact same thing to your hands, your clothes, and your cutting boards. So definitely wear gloves when you're handling it, or, just embrace it and wear your golden stains like a badge of honor. Now, when you start cooking with your harvest, you might wonder how it compares to the dried stuff. Here's a really simple rule of thumb. A 1-inch piece of fresh turmeric is about the same as 1 teaspoon of the dried powder. Super easy to adopt any recipe. And just like that, you are fully equipped to grow your own supply of this amazing spice. I mean, from a cozy golden milk latte to a vibrant curry, the possibilities are just endless. So the only real question left is, what are you going to make first?